Aye, lads.
Alright, today we're going to do a fight rigging deck. So in fight rigging you want creatures that have 6 or above power, because you want to get your fight rigging needs power 7 or greater, so you want to get creatures which can flip your fight rigging as fast as possible, right? So we've got Shakedown Heavy, 6/4, new Archfiend of the Dross, 6/6. Our cheaper creatures are all ones that can grow up to 6/6, a bit more difficult, but Evolving Adaptive, Misery Shadow, and the Beast Caller, these can all grow over time. And then we've got some big hits coming out of the fight rigging. We've got the new Nissa and the new Fat Dino. Some removal spells, some lands. We've got a 1 Argoth as well, without Titania. We've just got the Argoth to make some tokens in case we don't have any creatures and we've got fight rigging in play. Then we can at least make a creature, grow it up a little bit, get in. So this deck is for people who like to play big creatures and boink. So let's boink. Alright, on the draw, none of our massive creatures here, but we can keep this. Okay, three fight riggings might be a little bit too many. Got a tap land here for turn 2, so we'll just play it on turn 1. Alright. Opponent's probably holding up removal. Mono black, mono black. I guess if they're holding up removal, we'll let them use it on the adaptive. This way we can hold up our own cut down as well. I don't expect our cut down to actually be usable here, because I think if there was a cut down target they would have played it already, right? Okay, there's the rig. Yeah, let's just go for the rigging. Start growing our creatures next turn. We'll take Archfiend. That was a lot of our creatures though, so hopefully we find more. There's the Archfiend. Go! Archfiend, the 6 power goes straight to 7, we get another one. Okay! The only card in the opponent's deck is Graveyard Trespasser. That's cool. Again. Wait, 4 fight riggings? What? Dino! Yes! Okay. I mean, that was easy. Okay, we're on the play here, but we have actually drawn 2 of our top end cards into our hand. I mean, it gives us a bit of late game power, but I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but I mean, there's only one way to find out. Let's try. If we draw a 2 or 3 mana creature in the early turns here, then all of a sudden our hand will actually be quite great. Okay, maybe a removal spell can work too. Let's see. Alright, ambitious farmhand. Not exactly what you want to be using a removal spell on. Okay, we found a land. Yeah. This hand probably was a mull, but you know, you can't really know that until you play the deck a little bit. The Archfiend comes down. At least, I mean, they're probably holding up removal, but at least our Evolving Adaptive grew, and now we can start attacking again. They pass. Maybe it was an edict actually that they had, and then we would be able to just sacrifice the adaptive, right? In that case. Okay, let's go Nissa. Nissa plus. God damn. Again. Alright, on the play. 2 lands, but we've got heavy rigging here. And the Archfiend. And a removal spell that... So, removal spell's pretty good because now even if we miss a land, at least we can slow them down a little bit while we buy ourselves the time to draw one. Okay, so mono red could not be able to deal with our huge creatures, I think. Let's see. Mono red's a very popular deck, and I think this deck should be extremely good against it, which is one of the main reasons why I'm trying it, to be honest. Okay. Okay. So do you go the creature first? Creature could die to a double removal spell. Yeah, let's just go rigging, because we don't want to lose our creature. If this forest was another black source, I would just play the heavy out, because then even if my heavy died, I'd still have a backup creature. Mono red is weak against big creatures for sure, but normally they've got enough in their hand to kill one of them. But with our mana right now, we've only actually got access to one of them, so let's make sure that one of doesn't die. Now, we have a 7/5 Shakedown Heavy. That was actually quite an unfortunate hit on the Fight Rigging, but we'll make it work. It's just so big, like they don't have attacks, man. There's our swamp. We can just hold back. We can just hold these creatures back and kill them with our massive flyer. Getting the Archfiend to a 7/7 is very nice, because now they die in 3 hits rather than 4, and we can now put the other counters on our defensive creatures. Let's block here and here. Maybe we just block all 3, man. I guess if we're blocking all 3, it should be this way. Because even with the Raiju damage, they actually need two removal spells to kill our Raiju. We do get to do some digging off of this Feldon, but we get to protect our life total, so it's a fair trade. And despite looking at all of these cards, they do actually only get to use one of them. Strangle End of Festivities? Oh my god, End of Festivities there would have been horrible. Jesus, I didn't think about that. Okay. Let's get in. We can pump once with the Shadow. Play our other Archfiend. As I said, we do want to put up 1 power on the Archfiend, but we can do it next turn, right? And we are pretty dominant over mono red, and that's probably the main reason to play the deck. Alright, very interesting hand here. We've got 2 dinos, but I mean we've got Fight Rigging into Archfiend, so let's try it, I suppose. See what happens here. Extremely slow hand, but Fight Rigging is the type of deck that can overcome slow hands by just the sheer power that you put down once you're going off. And I mean, if we keep drawing lands, then maybe we can actually hardcast some dinos in this game. I'll take another Archfiend, I suppose. Is this turn 4? Turn 4, 7/7 flyer and 6/6 flyer. Excuse me, that is another dino? Okay, I've just wasted 1 life. Whoops. I was too excited about getting my flyers down. I mean, that is a lot of stats for a red deck to deal with. That is a lot of stats. Warfare, okay. Let's go Shadow. And I'll actually put this counter on the Shadow just to make it easier for it to stay alive. And I think... yeah, we'll attack both. That leaves us with... even if they spend their whole turn killing one of our flyers, they're still dead to the other one next turn, so now their only hope is to go for lethal this turn. Lethal past our 16 damage and get through our creature. I'm trying to think of a way that red can even do that. I mean, I'm sure they can do a lot of damage here with the warfare, but 16 and kill my creature? That I have my doubts about. Let's block. That's 4. Let's see your other 12 damage opponent. Where is your 12 damage, my friend? Yes. That's what I thought. Right, on the play. Dude, we're drawing a lot of these dinos and this is into our hand, but... you know, it seems to be... keeping the hand seems to have been working out okay so far, so... at least Nissa can come down as early as turn 5. Bro, every opponent is just mono red, man. What's going on? What is going on? Okay, I think our deck is insanely good against mono red. Unfortunately, I think this particular hand is not. But so probably I should have mulled, I suppose. If there's this much mono red on the ladder today, then maybe I should just be mulling all hands that are not good against mono red. Because the problem here is that because we haven't done anything on turn 1 or 3, our life total may actually be a bit too low by the time we get to Nissa, which is next turn, to actually pay the Phyrexian mana. But like this shakedown heavy, if we played the heavy last turn, and then this Archfiend this turn, that would have made a massive difference, right? We'd still be on 16 here. We'd probably not be taking too much damage this turn, because we'd still have the heavy in play to make 2 blocks instead of 1, and then we could easily go for the Nissa. But so it does make a big difference. Because we do have the Nissa, I think we have to make the block here on the 4/4. Okay, well, at least we have full information. They are coming in, huh? Alright. Well, good luck to us. Dino? Another Archfiend, okay. An Edict? Yeah, we'll definitely take our Archfiend over the... we win anyway, man. The mono red's getting crushed. Okay, on the draw this time. I think this is a mull. We've got the Nissa Dino again, but this time this time we're on the draw. Okay, much better. Mull, get rid of your Dino. We got a decent curve here. We need 1 land. We got 1 land. Okay. been doing very well so far. One thing I've not seen is the Beast Caller actually do much growing, but to be fair, it's kind of eating removal spells most games, which is then letting our other bigger creatures survive, so it's not the absolute worst. Opponent has missed a land drop, which means this game is over, and we win again. I'll take my Dino. I'll get ya. Yep. Okay. Yeah. I keep. I see Fight Rigging. I see a creature that can activate my Fight Rigging. I keep it. What is this? A blue-white deck with Consider, huh? Hopefully not a control deck, because... I mean... I think our deck can beat control decks. My only issue is... we're gonna need more than one creature, right? Like, we're not just gonna get our Henry down immediately here. This might be a counter spell, though. Could have got around that syncopate by playing a land, but it'll probably be good for us that they actually syncopated that rather than our Fight Rigging. Okay. Henry resolves. They only have one blue source, so if they've got any like double green counter spells, if they've got any double blue counter spells, we're gonna get past those. So I think... I mean, it could be a Wandering Emperor, right, that they're holding up here, rather than a single target removal or a counter spell, so... against a control deck, I think this is as good a window as any as we're going to get for the Fight Rigging. I mean, they're going to have a second blue soon, right? And then at which point it becomes much harder, so let's go for it. It's going to be hard for this to work, though. We need the Fight Rigging to resolve and the Shakedown Heavy to not to die. And the only way for that to work out would be for them to have basically a Wandering Emperor here. We do get to attack, though. Now, if they have the Wandering Emperor as well, that could be troublesome, but... I guess the best thing that we can do against a control deck is just to play a land every turn, right? So that we can get towards our dinos. Let's play another heavy out. And we did draw our Argoth. Our one copy of Argoth, which will be great for playing against a control deck, actually, because we can basically just activate that as a way to beat their counter spells whenever they hold up a bunch of mana, like this turn, right? So we'll attack with the heavy. So even if I had a castable creature in my hand, which I don't, I would go for the Argoth activation here. No reason to play into their counter spells when we don't have to. Remember that the Dino can't be countered, and it's got Ward 4, so... This might be the rare hard cast Dino win. Hey, stop gaining life, hacker. Let's see what you got, opponent. What do you got? It was at this moment that the opponent really wished this Mirex was a Field of Ruin instead of a Mirex. Alright, there's Farewell. And guess what? Here's a Dino. They go to 5. They need something here. Second Farewell, okay. Now we just keep activating our land and hopefully Hopefully enough of these bears get through that we can finish the job. We've got them all the way down to 5 though. I mean, we don't really need to be hitting them too many more times. Misery Shadow is obviously lethal by itself if that survives, so they have to kill that or Emperor or something. A very suspicious pass. This land is 5 mana to use. We've got 8. Okay, so we can afford to pump the Misery Shadow 3 times. Let's pump it once first. And then we'll force them to act. Okay. They go to 7, so we'll pump it another 2 times. We'll force them to act. And we take down even the control deck dies. Okay. Let's keep it going. Okay, this is a true test of the deck. We're on the draw with no removal. But we do have a curve of big creatures, so let's see just how big they are. We need one more land to make it to our Archfiends. Roaring Earth. Roaring Earth Stowaway, damn. Combo. We did find the land. Okay. Big ass curve coming through. Our creatures are huge, man. It's crazy. Still get two 4 mana 6/6 flyers to come in as well. Opponent holds it back, okay. Keep them coming. Edict, I will get rid of. I've got 1 counter on my Beast Caller. My adaptive is going to 4/4. I'll get rid of the adaptive. Unfortunately, the 1 Beast Caller counter doesn't really make any difference to combat there, so now, see, now if they use another edict, right, like, or now that we've got 2 counters rather than 1, putting it on the Henry would make it therefore bigger than their werewolf, which would be a lot better. Opponent is up to some nonsense here, though. Fight Rigging, nice. Let's go Beast Caller first, because Fight Rigging actually casts the creature. So we can get a, if we find a creature here, we'll get a Beast Caller counter. Okay. I'll take Dino. We'll make Henry bigger, because then Henry can attack. Or will they? Nah, screw that. Big flyer. Henry can just attack anyway. Yes! That was absolutely insane, man. We just curved like 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, 4 drop, and then on turn 5, another 2-drop and Fight Rigging getting the dino out. That is nuts.
Que Ecuador! Que Ecuador!